Yeah, good morning, students. I welcome you to this sixth session of accounts. Hope you are all enjoying the online lectures. Yesterday, we have discussed about trading account. Today, we will be taking up profit and loss account. Profit and loss account is a nominal account. Basically, it is prepared to know the net profit or net loss suffered by the partnership firm during the accounting year. It is prepared on the basis of indirect expenses or indirect income. All indirect expenses are debited to P&L account and all indirect income are credited to P&L account. Let us now see how does this account look like. What is the performer of P&L account? It is given on page 17 of your textbook. Heading we will write P&L account of XYZ for the year ending blah blah blah. It again, like any other account, it has two sides, debit and credit. On the left hand side debit and on the right hand side credit. Two inner column of amount and two inner column of amount on the credit side, particulars. What all gross profit was there in trading account is brought down in P&L account on the credit side by gross profit brought down. Then the first component or the first item on the debit side is salary. Salary are the compensation paid to the office staff in lieu of their services rendered to the concern. So salary will come on the debit side of the P&L account. Now, next is salary and wages. In trading account, we saw wages come, and if the term wages and salary is there, and the first term is wages, it will come in the trading account. But if the term salary and wages is written, and the first term is salary, it will come in the P&L account. The next is rent and taxes. If the office premises are taken on rent and some compensation is paid to the landlord, it will come on the debit side of P&L account. If rent is paid for the factory, it will come in trading account. Then insurance. Yesterday I have explained what does the term insurance mean. The insurance expenses are treated as indirect expenses and debited to P&L account. But if the insurance expenses are for factory, it will be debited to trading account. For office insurance, the expenses are debited to P&L account. Then electricity and lighting bill that is paid is debited to P&L account. Telephone and postage, it is self-explanatory. Any expenditure incurred on telephone and postage is debited to P&L account. Then traveling expenses, not only of salesman, but any other type of traveling expenses are debited to P&L account. Depreciation on asset. First understand or first let us revise the meaning of the word depreciation. The deterioration in the value or diminishing in the value of asset due to its use or passage of time is known as depreciation. It is the reduction in the value of asset due to its use or passage of time is known as depreciation. So any reduction in the value of asset is a loss to the business concern and it will be debited to P&L account. Loading charges. The loading charges When the goods are manufactured and the finished goods are ready, for delivering them, we have to load in a truck or in a rickshaw. So any loading charges incurred is treated as an indirect expenditure and debited to P&L account. Next is audit fees. What is audit fees? The compensation or the amount paid to the chartered accountant for availing his services to get the account audited. We have to avail the services of the chartered accountant, and the remuneration paid to him is known as audit fees. Audit fees is an expenditure and it is debited to P&L account. Then the next is entertainment expenses. For recreating the customer, entertaining the customer, for snacks and for his tea, if some expenditure is paid, you take him to a hotel and some expenditure are incurred for his lunch and dinner. So all these are treated as known as entertainment expenditure, and this entertainment expenditure is debited to P&L account. Repair, renewal and maintenance. Repair, renewal, maintenance are expenditure treated as indirect and debited to P&L account. Interest on loan. If you have taken a loan and you are paying interest on it, it is treated as an indirect expenditure and it is debited to P&L account. Sundry or miscellaneous, some small amount of expenditure, petty expenditure for which a separate head cannot be created or it is not worthwhile. They are so small that it is not worthwhile to create a separate account. They are clubbed under the head miscellaneous expenditure. Then the next is conveyance. What is the meaning of conveyance? Taxi fare or auto fare or local commuting fare paid to any transporter is known as conveyance. रिक्शे का भाड़ा, टैक्सी का भाड़ा जो अपन देते हैं उसे कन्वेंस कहा जाता है, उसे इनडायरेक्ट एक्सपेंडिचर माना जाता है और P&L अकाउंट में डेबिट किया जाता है. Then loss by fire, loss by theft, loss by expenditure, good distributed as free sample. Yesterday in my previous lecture I have discussed all those things that we have credited to trading account are by one way or other expenditure. They are treated as indirect expenditure and are written in the debit side of the P&L account. Like loss by fire, it is an indirect expenditure. Loss by theft, again an indirect expenditure. Loss in an expenditure, indirect expenditure. Good distributed as free sample. It is an advertisement, and advertisement is treated as an indirect expenditure. Then commission allowed or commission given. If for availing a services of any person you give him some commission, it is indirect expenditure. Discount allowed, the rebate granted to the customer is known as discount. It is an expenditure and it is debited to P&L account. Allowances, any type of allowances paid to employees like house rent allowance, medical allowance, it is an expenditure and debited to P&L account. Advertisement, I have already discussed. Carriage outward, an expenditure incurred for delivery of goods to the customer. You have to pay to the transporter. They are known as carriage outward. Sale charge, any expenditure incurred on sales. Bad debt. You see, bad debt is a big adjustment and I will explain it in my separate lecture, the full adjustment of bad debt. Here, just let us understand the meaning of the term bad debt. The amount which is recoverable from the debtor is known as bad debt. जो पैसा आप अपने कस्टमर से रिकवर नहीं कर सकते वो लॉस है और उसे इनडायरेक्ट लॉस माना जाता है एंड उसको अपन P&L अकाउंट के डेबिट साइड में बताते हैं. अपन कुछ गुड्स एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं, फॉरेन कंट्री में बेचते हैं, गवर्नमेंट ने उसके ऊपर कुछ टैक्स लगा रखा है, अपन को सरकार को टैक्स देना पड़ेगा. और वो अपना खर्चा है उसे अपन P&L अकाउंट के डेबिट साइड में बताएंगे. Taxes, any other type of taxes are once again like professional tax, इसको अपन P&L अकाउंट में बताते हैं. जनरल एक्सपेंसेस, जनरल एक्सपेंस और ट्रेड एक्सपेंसेस के बारे में अपन समझ लेते हैं. अगर खाली ट्रेड एक्सपेंसेस दे रखे हैं तो वो ट्रेड एक्सपेंसेस को अपन P&L अकाउंट में लिखेंगे. लेकिन ट्रायल बैलेंस में ट्रेड एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ जनरल एक्सपेंसेस भी दे रखे हैं, तो ट्रेड एक्सपेंसेस को अपन ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में लिखेंगे और जनरल एक्सपेंसेस को अपन P&L अकाउंट में लिखेंगे. एक बार वापस से, अगर खाली ट्रेड एक्सपेंसेस दे रखे हैं ट्रायल बैलेंस में तो ट्रेड एक्सपेंसेस को अपन P&L अकाउंट में लिखेंगे. लेकिन ट्रेड एक्सपेंसेस के साथ साथ जनरल एक्सपेंसेस भी दे रखे हैं तो ट्रेड एक्सपेंसेस को अपन ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में लिखेंगे और जनरल एक्सपेंसेस को अपन P&L अकाउंट में लिखेंगे. लीगल चार्जेस, अमाउंट spent or fees given to the lawyer or stamp duty etc. paid during the court proceeding are known as legal charges. They are debited in the P&L account. Professional charges, any charges paid for availing the professional services of some expert, they are debited to P&L account. Bank render us a number of services. They will not render us in free. For availing those services from the bank, we will have to pay some charges to the bank, and they are known as bank charges. It is treated as an indirect expenditure and it is debited to P&L account. Solicitor fees, the expenditure paid to a legal expert for drafting work and other things are known as solicitor fees and they are debited to P&L account. Secondary packing charges, yesterday during our discussion of trading account, I have explained you what does primary packing charges mean. For wrapping a single article, suppose this is a mouse, and for wrapping or packing this mouse, any amount spent on cardboard or wrapper will be treated as a primary expenditure and debited in trading account. But if 10 mouse are packed in a cartoon, the expenditure incurred on the cartoon is known as secondary packing charges, and these secondary packing charges will be debited to P&L account. Loss on sale of fixed asset. If the fixed assets are of no use and they are sold less than their book value, there would be a loss on its sale, and such loss is debited to P&L account. Now let us take the credit side of profit and loss account. What all gross profit will be there? It will be brought down in the P&L account and written as by gross profit. If it is a gross loss, it will come here to gross loss brought down. It will come on the debit side to gross loss. It will be written here. Then as commission paid is written on the debit side. If any commission is received, it will be written on the discount received. If we receive discount, if we earn discount from our creditors, मतलब जिन्होंने अपने को उधार दिया है वो अपने से कम पैसा लेते हैं तो वो अपने लिए इनकम हुई और उस इनकम को इनडायरेक्ट इनकम माना जाता है और उसको यहाँ पे लिखा जाएगा. अपने को बैंक से या एक्स्ट्रा पैसा अपने पास है, अपन ने कहीं इन्वेस्ट किया और उसके बदले में अपने को कुछ इंटरेस्ट मिला तो उस इंटरेस्ट को P&L अकाउंट के क्रेडिट साइड में लिखा जाएगा. Then next is dividend received. First, let us understand the meaning of the word dividend. अपने पास सरप्लस पैसा है और वो सरप्लस पैसा अपन कंपनी के शेयर्स में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं. बदले में अपने को कुछ रिटर्न मिलता है, उस रिटर्न को अपन कंपनी अपने को कुछ रिटर्न देती है और उस रिटर्न को डिविडेंड कहा जाता है। डिविडेंड को इनडायरेक्ट इनकम माना जाता है और इनडायरेक्ट इनकम अपन प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस के क्रेडिट साइड में बताते हैं। रेंट रिसीव, अगर अपने पास एक्स्ट्रा प्रीमाइसेस है, एक्स्ट्रा जगह है और उसको अपन भाड़े पे देते हैं, वो अपनी इनकम है, उसको P&L अकाउंट के क्रेडिट साइड में लिखा जाता है। मिसलियन, छोटी मोटी इनकम जिनको दूसरी इनकम के साथ क्लब नहीं करा जा सकता है, 4-5 छोटी छोटी रद्दी बेचने की इनकम है, कबाड़ बेचने की इनकम है, उसको मिसलिनियस रिसीप्ट या मिसलिनियस इनकम माना जाता है और उसको प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस के क्रेडिट साइड में बताया जाता है। प्रॉफिट ऑन सेल ऑफ असेट, असेट की बुक वैल्यू 10,000 है, अपन ने उसको 15,000 में बेचा, बुक वैल्यू से ज़्यादा में जो बेचा है वो प्रॉफिट है और उसको सेपरेटली बताया जाता है प्रॉफिट ऑन सेल ऑफ असेट। अब अपन क्या करेंगे, सारी चीज़ें अपन ने लिख ली। अब अपन क्रेडिट साइड की टोटल करेंगे और डेबिट साइड की टोटल करेंगे। अपन क्रेडिट साइड की टोटल करेंगे और डेबिट साइड की टोटल करेंगे। अगर क्रेडिट साइड की टोटल ज़्यादा है तो क्रेडिट साइड में से डेबिट साइड को माइनस करेंगे और जो सरप्लस अपने पास एक्स्ट्रा आएगा उसको प्रॉफिट कहा जाता है। क्या कहा जाता है? प्रॉफिट। और वो प्रॉफिट अपन पार्टनर्स को ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं। अगर पार्टनर का फिक्स अकाउंट है तो वो प्रॉफिट करंट अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर होगा। कहाँ पे ट्रांसफर होगा? करंट अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर होगा। और अगर फ्लक्चुएटिंग अकाउंट है तो कैपिटल अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर होगा। उनके प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो में अपन ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं। लेकिन अगर डेबिट साइड ज़्यादा है तो डेबिट साइड में से क्रेडिट साइड को माइनस करेंगे और जो निकल करके फिगर आएगा उसको बोलते हैं नेट लॉस। और ये नेट लॉस को अपन पार्टनर्स के कैपिटल अकाउंट में ट्रांसफर कर देते हैं। अगर पार्टनर्स का कैपिटल अकाउंट फ्लक्चुएटिंग है तो वो कैपिटल अकाउंट में चला जाएगा। लेकिन अगर पार्टनर्स का कैपिटल अकाउंट फिक्स मेथड से है तो अपन एक और अकाउंट खोलते हैं जिसका नाम होता है करंट अकाउंट। वो लॉस अपन करंट अकाउंट में डेबिट कर देते हैं। प्रॉफिट होगा तो क्रेडिट करेंगे, लॉस होगा तो डेबिट करेंगे। सो फ्रेंड्स, दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट योर प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट। सो पढ़ाई करिए और कोई क्वेरीज हो तो प्लीज़ मेरे से पूछिए। मेरे नंबर आप लोगों के पास हैं। सो प्लीज़ कीप ऑन स्टडिंग एंड डेवलप योर update your skills. Thanks and thanks for watching.